Golf's no different from hockey. Requires talent, self-discipline.
Golf requires goofy pants and a fat ass. You should talk to my neighbor, the accountant, probably a great golfer, huge ass.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers? By height.
It's a very, very special honor.
I'm Paula Kramer, and you're listening.
Well, we're waiting.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, a.k.a. John Kreese from Cobra Kai, and you're listening to
Quiet, Please.
Let the word go out from here across the land. Let Daddy Noonan approve.
Hi, boys. Nice day for golf, ain't it? Quiet, please. Oh, you got secrets, eh?
Hey, this is Shooter McGavin. You're listening to the...
Hey, you guys. Hey, we're trying to have a podcast over here.
And welcome back once again to Quiet Please, the Golf Podcast. I am Alan DePew, and we are joined by our panel each week as we talk about the men and women shaping the game of golf, and we may even throw in a couple of other sports tonight. On the panel, as always, my regular guest, and to my bottom right here, sporting the old Patriots look, Boston Bob Baldessari, hailing from the Bourbon Country. Hello, Bobby.
Good evening. Yes, throwback. Oh, it's Pat Patriot.
Pat Patriot. I love it.
Patriot.
And let me talk about Andy Hydorn. Don't be that guy.
And I've got the Flying Elvis logo.
And by popular demand, you've asked for him. He's popular in basically all the submarkets across the United States. Prettiest podcaster, Christian Nazamus. Hello, Christian.
I'm finally here. Finally in the state of North Carolina for a few weeks. First time in the last year and a half.
Popular in the demographics for the ladies. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I only got one lady in my life. That's all I need.
Yes, you do. And you know what?
What a romantic.
Yes, you do.
We're under 10 months now.
I know. I can't wait. That is going to be a big party.
Oh, it's going to be a party. Absolutely. A lot of bourbon will be consumed that night.
Absolutely. All right. So here's what we got on tape tonight. Tiger has spoken. So when Tiger speaks, it's kind of like the old E.F. Huttons. We have to talk about Tiger. Hero World Challenge. We'll maybe chat a little bit about that. Andy Hydorn, I'm sure, is going to chime in on a 20 tournament PGA Tour schedule. I'm sure he has thoughts. He's already nodding his head. And I've got one specifically for Christian right at the end of the show, if we can have time to work this in. As always, if you would have anything to add, we love commentary. We love having good banter back and forth with anyone that is listening, whether you're watching us on Facebook, our YouTube channel, or Instagram. And your comments will pop up here on screen. Keep it clean because I don't want to delete you. So there you go. Bobby, that's the rules. As always, play away, sir. Nothing?
Hey, we need to get that trivia question thing coming back in the mix here.
Well, let's do it right now. Bobby, do you got anything? Give you a second?
Let's see. I got a bunch in my head.
When was the last time the Patriots won 11 in a row?
2012, I think.
Or was it? Wait, has it been 10? Is it 11 or 10 in a row? They won 10, right? 11?
No, 11.
No, did they start out 1 and 2?
10 in a row.
You know what?
11 and 2.
I was going to talk football at the end, but let's just throw this out there. Depending on which Buffalo team shows up, because if it's Buffalo Houston, it's ugly.
Right now.
If it's Buffalo, like some of the other games, I look forward to the rematch between the Pats and the Bills.
Can I tell you though, like the Houston Texans defense is insane good,
crazy,
best in the league.
Yeah, you know, I just looked up the odds to win the Super Bowl. Patriots are 5th in line. There are 4 teams ahead of them right now, and it goes Bills, Packers, Eagles, Seahawks, and Rams.
I think that's right.
I don't. Eagles suck right now. We're terrible.
Well, you know what? I was going to save it to the end, but what is up with your Eagles?
Terrible.
Huh?
You can say all you want about how there's nothing going on in the locker room with Jalen Hurts and everything else. Of course there is. Of course there is. Offense looks like crap.
There's rumors up here in the Phillies papers that the players aren't happy with it. He's being too conservative on his play calling. The offensive coordinator's house got egged. I mean,
well, that's ridiculous. I mean, first off, that's ridiculous.
That's a typical Philly move, right there.
It's a Philly move without question.
There's no room for that. Come on, that's a classless act, you know. And yes, he calls the plays, but it's also just like the players have to execute it, and they don't execute it. Jalen looks like crap, and that's simple as that. You know, show a little bit more emotion on the sidelines. Get pissed off if you throw an interception. That's how I look at it. But right now, in my opinion, Patriots and Rams are the top 2 teams in the league.
Patriots and Rams. All right, I can buy. Yeah.
I mean, like it's so early still.
100%.
Like, there's literally 5 games left for most of the teams. 4 games left for the.
I'm going to say it, Andy. I'm going to say it. I don't care. I will be ecstatic if the Chiefs miss the playoffs.
I took the Chiefs at the beginning of the season to miss the playoffs.
Ooh, I will be ecstatic about that.
I took them and the Lions to miss the playoffs. Those are my 2 bold predictions to begin the season. Chiefs was kind of an easy one, to be honest, because they're washed. I think they're just getting old. I think when you look at their team, their offense is great.
Bobby,
Kelsey's got to retire, and their defense is old.
And Bobby, what's up with the Bears? The Bears. Huh?
They got a pretty good team. But I like my Patriots because they've got solid on both sides. Not that they have crazy good on either side, but they got Drake May. They got Vrabels. I mean, I don't know. And I think they get some mojo going.
You know what I love? What I love the most about the National Football League is that you have to manage 53 players. Like, you can be super, all-star heavy at the top, but if you don't have the rest of that roster filled in the right way, it's really hard to do that. And a lot of these teams, they bankroll themselves on a couple of superstars because they don't want to let them go, and it makes it tough. So
53 multi-millionaire personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Double B golf is right on, but the Rams lose to Carolina last week.
Carolina's a sneaky team, though. Like they play well after.
Well, look at you, Andy. I didn't even have that. I forgot to click that button.
Yeah,
you were all over it. Boom.
I'm on it.
Look at that.
But Carolina, I think, is on the trend to be on a playoff team level right now. I think they're a year out, but
here's the other thing that's crazy about that league right now. There's so many teams that are excelling right now that could very easily be in the basement still, like the Bears, the Patriots, Denver even is killing it.
They're radically overperforming, in my opinion.
The Colts. I mean, the Colts. I think the last few weeks, but
I think the Colts have blown the tire or a fibula, and I think they're on their way down at this point. You picked that up, didn't you, Andy? I see you smirk. Yes.
Yes.
I don't think that in the NFL. I think we're in a great spot in that league right now because there's not, even though there's so many good teams, there's not a clear-cut favorite, in my opinion, to win. I think it comes down to veteran presence in the playoffs and coaching. And when I look at that, obviously Patriots have coaching, but they don't have a vet out of Drake May. He's still only in the league a couple of years. The Rams have both. Matt Stafford's a vet, great head coach. When you look at that, I think that's what it's going to come down to ultimately in the playoffs. It goes for the Broncos too. Sean Payton's a hell of a coach, but I just don't think.
Like Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix is just. I think I think the Broncos this season are the Vikings a few years ago when they were 8-1, 9-1.
So let me just go back to the Bills for a minute. Bills Mafia, okay? Their game against Pittsburgh, with being depleted up front, they played that game about as well as they could play that, and they really handled Pittsburgh pretty handedly. I thought after once they started to break away, it was over.
Pittsburgh,
but it's so freaking inconsistent.
Pittsburgh's overrated. They've been overrated since day one. Like I don't know the hype behind Pittsburgh.
I don't know. People are talking Mike Tomlin to the Penn State.
Yeah, but the hype is about
Roethlisberger wants that.
42-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he needs to retire.
Dude, does he not just sit on the sideline and just like, I'm great. I was great. You have to listen to me. And it's your fault because I threw the ball. He's just
first of all, he
just looks bitter.
He's a bizarre individual, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, he's 42 freaking years old.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's trying to fill Tom Brady's shoes. That's what he's trying to do. He's not. If you have a good front seven, any defense in the league, you could argue, right? They're going to get after him. He can't go out of the pocket.
Well, back to Andy's point.
Close.
I mean, Houston, that was disgusting. How good they played the Bills.
I don't think anybody, as you near the playoffs, nobody wants Houston. Nobody wants to play that team. I'm telling you, like they're fairly benign on the offensive side, but their defense is just scare the pants off of you.
Yeah.
That's the same thing, though. It comes down to C.J. Stroud putting the ball, if they can score points. That team's scary come playoff time. Very scary. I think the Bucs still, if they get healthy, Tampa Bay is another scary team, in my opinion. I'm a huge Baker Mayfield guy. So. Yeah,
I like him, too. You like him because he looks like you. That's why you like him.
I mean, good looks come with they don't come in, it's everybody, all right? It's a natural habit we got.
That's right.
No, I'm just kidding. But there's a lot of scary teams, I think. But I can tell you one thing, though. It's going to be a hell of a playoffs to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because of what you just said. Yep. There's no straight-up favorite in this league right now. And the teams that are playing the best are the teams that a lot of people thought would never be there. So that makes it even harder to guess what's going to happen from here on in.
Well, everybody's used to Kansas City recently. Within the last 5 years.
In Buffalo.
Yeah.
So Alan, this is interesting talking about football.
Well, I was gonna throw this in there. Maybe you and I are on the same page. Okay. Because, and I quote, I get what they want, the best players playing together more often, the talk of the tour potentially starting after the Super Bowl. I think it's pretty good because we can't compete with football. Aaron,
so, quite a segue there. Quite a segue.
We were
Bobby put it on the tee. You and I, we were playing alternate shot right there.
He put it on the tee, and you 69-degree turned it right down the fairway.
Just striked it. 220.
I was going to tie together a few things here from your question earlier about trivia. So,
okay. Go ahead.
Let me see if I can wing this off the top of my head. So, NFL schedule. Why is the NFL so popular? There's been a lot of really good things. Maybe, though, it's one game every week. It's not 162 games. It's not 82 games. It's not an overabundance of games. The PGA Tour, the tour itself, everybody knows the split. 1968, PGA of America was owning, well, they were overseeing and owning, quote unquote, the tournament players division. But 1929 was when a tour was established. You can even say 1960 when the PGA of America was established. The PGA professionals at that time were playing golf. They'd go down south in the winter. They had all club jobs up north. So it was, it wasn't the tour that we know today. The tour we know today is just vastly different from 1929 to 1968 to even 1974 when Dean Beeman went in there. But I think this idea of the PGA Tour going, they're saying about 20 events. That's getting to be like PGA or NFL. That's like that. You better start watching the events. The PGA Tour has as many as 45 tournaments a year. 45. I mean, that's a lot. It's almost once a week in and of itself, but that gets watered down. So I've been thinking about this pretty much. The idea to condense some of the events, I think makes sense, although there's an economic impact because Florida loses, Texas loses. They're talking about pulling out of Hawaii. So I mean, there's a lot of tradition and history there, a lot of economic loss. It's a tough call.
There was even conversation that Torrey Pines could be one of the ones cut?
I love this idea more.
I knew you were going to like this idea.
I love it more every day because of what Bobby just said. 42 events a year just makes you care so much less about each week. And all the live blowhards that were always like, oh, the John Deere was nowhere near as exciting as the Live Chicago event or whatever. Yeah, that's true, because there's 16 live events and there's 40 plus PGA Tour events. So some weeks you're going to get events that just aren't that compelling. And what I would love to see is the PGA Tour kind of be that next level down kind of golf tour. And I'd love to see, they're playing one of the greatest tournaments this week, the Australian Open. Like to have 25 worldwide events that are in that, elite level of type of event, type of venue and field. Like, to me, that just would be so much more exciting. And to your point, Alan, literally watching those events, I could see myself wanting to watch 20, 22, 24 events a year.
Like great venues.
Yeah, now I want to watch like 6 of them. That's it. It would be different.
Or maybe like 8 elevated ones. What do you think, Christian?
Well, I think it's funny that people that can still compare Live to PGA, obviously, like that John Deere Classic that we were just talking about, will still have more viewership and mean more than any Live event, period. I think even like take this week, the Hero World, right? Or is it this week or next week?
It's this week.
This week? Those are events that yes. Do I think that some events that I won't sit there for 4 days and watch? Yeah. But I think when you look at certain events on the calendar, you can say, like, yeah, you can make an argument for a lot of those. And I think that there's even some elevated events that if we want to do it, or if the PGA does something different. Like I would watch this all day long, the Hero World Challenge. I'll also watch this, well, it used to be the Hawaii Swing, but I know that they're not, with Kapalua and everything, they're not doing that now, but the Florida Swing is always a great event to watch. And so forth. There's so many good events that you could watch that are outside of the majors that are going to be always, down to the wire, in my opinion.
Bobby, there's two comments for you to ponder. One is, what does this do to the Will Zalatoris type stories that come along, playing themselves in with the more limited field, shall we say? And then the huge factor of it all is, and I wish BE was with us tonight, is it's all about the money, right? It's all about the media. Their contract goes through 2030, I believe it is.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of chatter about you're going to lose the Cinderella story type, the player that can just get on tour and then can they move their way up. It's going to be really, really hard. The senior tour is like that right now. It's real hard to get out there. It's sort of a closed shop. For many years, obviously, he had the it was a top 60, and then they moved it to 125, and you can almost say, well, the PGA Tour, they've had this like haves and have-nots, and they've had the tour, and then what is now the Corn Ferry Tour. But now I'm wondering if this is really going to be like over in England with Premier Soccer, the Premier League.
I was literally just going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's so awesome. Like, and the only way that works is if your next level down is still a very high level of golf, which it would be.
Right.
It would be. It would be shrinking the upper level and really solidifying that second level.
Well, I mean, back when Live first launched, I think even before that, I think the future is a ATP tennis tour, world tour, where you're in Australia, to your point, Andy, and then you're in Asia, and then you're on the West Coast, and 25 worldwide events, and you got the best of the best playing. Bring it on.
I mean, just off the top of my head, I haven't thought about any of this really.
Oh, you have. Admit it.
the Australian Open, right? The BMW in Germany,
the Scotland,
the Scottish Open, obviously the majors. There's another handful of Players Championship, Memorial. There's a handful of those on our tour here. It wouldn't take much to fill up 20 or 25 events, and those events would be literally the best events, in the world.
I'll throw another one in there. Dubai. You got to do something over there because obviously there's lots of money involved. I mean, I can see it. Christian, can you see it?
100% I can see it. We've been talking about it for a long time now. The tour is in a great spot just to I think go to these different countries and perform and put on a great event. I think Dubai would be an awesome tournament to watch. If I'm being honest, that'd be an unreal tournament if they were able to make it happen.
Yeah, let the Scotties and the Rorys kind of off the hook, right? Let them. They've earned their right to play that elite tour. Don't
Absolutely.
Make them play, in a bunch of events on the PGA Tour that they don't necessarily want to be there, and the events won't really need them because you'll have enough great players playing in it. I think having, too many people on that elite tour from the U.S. tour, kind of dilutes the product. But if you take the best European players, the best players from around the world rankings, you could create that list of however many people. There's going to be some open events, the U.S. Open, the Open Championship. There's going to be some that are open to everybody, but at the end of the day, the exemptions should lie in that elite group of players across the world, whether it's top 50 or whatever.
Bobby, we solved the problem with the Olympics with our structure. Now we're solving the World Tour. Is there anything we need to add to this for that the hierarchy needs to listen to us on?
Well, I think you led the Olympic change, which was both brilliant. So you need to get the kudos for that.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
And then after we do this quasi World Tour, then I was going to say, then we need to move on to the Ryder Cup because that needs some help. But before we move on there, Andrew, to your point though, let's say, golf can be fickle. It can be really, really, really tough. And you're on a roll and you're in let's call it the Premier League. Let's call it whatever. I don't know.
And you get relegated, man.
I was just going to say that. What if somebody big name just has a tough year or two? We've seen Spieth have it, or just one bad year, right? Now on that next level down, it's like, oh wow, hey, there are some pretty good names. So
100%, and you're going to get guys like, for example, Akshay Bhatia, who's just as an example.
Thank you for saying that, by the way.
He's on that elite level, right? And because he earned it, and then other people. Like you said, Bobby, there's great names who will drop off and play on that main PGA Tour, if you will, and it'll still be full of watchable golfers.
There's probably a good handful. I would say you can make an argument for 50-ish golfers that have been knocking on maybe not 50, probably like 25 caliber players that we could sit here and talk about that have been knocking on the door in that Akshay Bhatia category that would make any week enjoyable to watch, in my opinion.
Totally agree. And
you want to know what's crazy? I've got the world rankings up over here.
Yep.
And I mean, I hate to say this, but there's some names on here I don't even recognize in the like at 60 or 75 but let's put it this way: Nick Taylor sitting at 51.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go back to the Ryder Cup. Look at Cam Young. Tell me right now that he's not knocking on the door right now to win a major.
Number 100. What? Anybody want to take a guess?
Ricky Fowler.
Not guessing who number 100 is.
Tom Kim.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about that name.
But for example, he might have been one of those guys that made it up but got relegated, right?
Right.
And I'm telling you, there's like all these sponsors exemptions that Jordan and Justin Thomas were getting, and Ricky Fowler. I mean, you get those guys to show up every week on the PGA Tour, and there's not going to be 40 events on the PGA Tour either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get those guys to show up and play. People come out and watch those guys play golf
all day long.
Definitely.
I can tell you back in the day when I was a kid going to the Heritage at Harbortown, you know, you didn't have your Rorys back in the day showing up. You didn't have your Scotties. Well, Scotty, actually before he became Scotty, was showing up. But those events were awesome to watch because, yeah, you would have some big names here and there, but a lot of the other players and caliber players that were there, as any other kid who's growing up, go out and see like Jordan Spieth, probably the biggest name at the time when I was growing up playing there. But there were so many other great players that you could go watch that was making it more enjoyable than watching your favorite golfer like Spieth,
Right.
Kuchar, Fowler, so forth.
right? And if you made the main tour,
Yes.
not the elite group, but the
Yes.
main tour, that place where people can graduate to, they can be upwardly mobile,
Yep.
like that, because they do these elevated events, these closed events, limited field events, stop a lot of players from elevating up through the ranks.
Yeah.
And that regular PGA Tour shouldn't have any elevated events because it's that ultra supreme elite tour.
So what do you guys? What number do you think should be that number that's in the elite tour?
I think it should be 50, top 50, and then they can fill the field however they want and go down the list and fill the field if they want.
Do you think they can finish in under 4 hours of golf and beat the darkness?
Are you starting to change the subject here?
No, I was hoping one of you guys would say something so I could just chime in with a statistic here. I was going to say the top 70, and then to your point, Andy, you could have maybe like 20 guys or another 10, 15 guys, depending on how the rankings that they can play their way up to like that 75, let's say, or 80, and then they have the chance if they break in if they play well, they could break in for the next week and have the opportunity to elevate. And the reason I picked 70, Christian, Jordan Spieth.
I will say it right now. I think I'm going to be biased here because I'm a huge Spieth fan. I think Spieth is going to have an unbelievable upcoming season, in my opinion. Hey, before we got on, I was saying that the Chiefs and the Lions weren't going to make the playoffs this year.
Right.
So far, the Chiefs are looking great. I need a little help on the Detroit Lions, but I can't root for them tomorrow because God, I hate the Cowboys. But I do think that Jordan Spieth is going to have an unbelievable season. I would say that Jordan wins twice this year. That's my prediction. That's my bold prediction this year.
Ooh,
I think he is going to – yeah, it is bold. But I think Jordan has been frustrated for too long. I think that that's not the Jordan that we're used to seeing on the golf course. And I think that he's making some changes, or maybe he isn't. I don't know. But I think that he is going to come out firing this year. And I think that him and also Ricky, I think both of those two players that used to be such big names, they're still likable guys. I think they're going to have a really good year, in my opinion.
Bobby, were you suggesting speed of play because Tiger needs a cart?
I was going to go, though. Does Tiger get a Hall of Fame, all-world? Does he get, like, thrown into that thing? I'm just joking because I'm trying to help you do the segue.
Well, I don't know if he'll even be playing at that point in time. Andy, can you share us some Tiger talk?
Yeah, I think it's I said this a few months ago when I think I was listening to Rocco on his radio show, like getting all excited about Tiger playing, a number of events on the Champions Tour. And I said it then, I'll say it now. There's no way Tiger plays in any event on the Champions Tour other than maybe a major. And I would even say maybe nothing other than the U.S. Senior Open.
Yep.
I agree. I'm also and again, I love Tiger. I'm tired of hearing it from him that I'm going to be playing and then he'll withdraw. And then I feel like it's the same conversation that he has every single year, that he's going to come back and play and then he ends up not doing it or something happens with his. And it's just like, I love Tiger, but it's just like, when is enough enough? He's been a huge ambassador for the game. He can't compete with these players anymore. I've been saying that for years. This was even after he won the Masters. He just can't compete to the level that these guys. He's not. And I admire him for that. I think having him never give up is something that a lot of people should be taking note on. But I do think that when you look at the caliber of players today, I mean, you can make an argument for 100 golfers that are better than him right now.
I think in the deep, dark recesses of his ego, he knows he can't do it anymore. He's just trying to figure out how to gracefully, get himself out of it.
Yeah,
I was laughing at Mike's comment though.
You got to steak dinner.
I want in on that too.
How big of a steak are we talking here?
Hey, that's my partner, the co-champion of the 50th Texas Golf Association 4-ball this year. Cheers, Mike Padilla. But Papa's is a good steak, Christian. You might want to take him up on that.
Hey, I'm just saying, going off of this topic, I have my new work schedule. Houston's back on my list to go back there maybe in the springtime. I'll bring the sticks, can finally
you can play with both Mike and I.
Beautiful. Set it up. I'll doesn't matter what time of the day.
Yeah.
You need me to fly in on a Sunday? Sure. Anything for Big Bro. I'm even gonna fly Papa Dupes down to Caddy.
To Caddy.
Wow.
No. That's a shot in the solar plexus, isn't it?
Well, somebody's got to read the greens for him.
Man, I can't putt, so I stink at putting.
Bobby, is Tiger done?
Well, I think done. Yeah, like Christian said, for the tour. I've always wondered about this senior tour stuff with him. If he was going to take the Nicklaus, well, he's been sounding like Nicklaus for a long time. Not a ceremonial golfer. You jacket out there, competitive juices, going to overcome him. But I don't know. I get to wait to see some swings and 4 days of golf. Although they can take a golf cart on the senior tour, so that makes a difference. It's less golf. That makes a difference. I just wonder about the DNA of the competitor. If it's still in there or if he just. I don't know.
You know what the reality is though? Like, you can't take a cart at the U.S. Senior Open. You can't take a cart at the, British, if you will, Senior Open Championship. Like those are the same as the others. I just don't see him playing in the Dick's Sporting Goods Open. Yeah.
No, not even close.
No.
But then again, though, even let's say he does go play in the Open or the U.S. Open, right? Or the Senior Open, okay? I mean, still, though, those guys have been on that tour for years, and there's some great caliber players there. Even if Tiger came back, I'll even say with a golf cart, he's still – I just don't see Tiger getting back to where he once was, and it kills me to say that because, again, I admire him for the competitiveness that is inside of him that wants to continue to do it. I just don't see it for me happening. I don't think we'll ever see Tiger win again. I'll put that on there.
Like I'd go as far as saying he'll never get a top 20 again.
Oof.
No, I think I wouldn't count because I'd
have to agree with that.
No, because I think at a golf course that he would do it at would be Augusta because he knows it like the back of his head. I think he could do it at Augusta. That's probably the only course.
Physically can't play it. He's done after 3 rounds.
Yeah, you're right. But maybe he'll put himself in a position after 3 where he could shoot 85 and still come in the top 20.
I think he can. I
don't know.
Hey, I think he can still definitely win, no doubt win, and I mean, maybe multiple wins at the Pop Stroke.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe him against Allen on a putting green.
Not a chance.
Oh, you saying Tigers doesn't have a chance?
No.
Wow.
Nah.
Wow.
Tough.
Look, I've been around the block. I haven't seen anyone roll the ball on the greens like Alan Depew. I just haven't.
Uh-oh.
I've seen some guys.
I probably do love to get back to competition, but you can only recover from so many surgery. Preach the words, my friend. Preach the words. Actually, we should chime in. We got to chime in with this a little bit because I think we missed it last week. You talked about playing shorter, playing the Champions Tour, Bobby, and playing less rounds. We can't even say that about this anymore, can we? They're going 72 holes.
Oh yeah, they're acclimating. They're slowly but surely acclimating. Before you know it, there's going to be no music allowed.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You don't want.
I was gonna say, look, I was gonna save this for my final thought, but I feel like it's appropriate. Last week we talked about it. I'm bringing it up again. Flushing it on X reported this. At least this is where I grabbed it. Laurie Cantor has agreed to terms to join Magic Sticks.
The Majestics, not Magic Sticks. Oh my God, Alan, are you serious with that?
I'm blind. I'm legally blind. Now you're picking on a protected class, Andy.
The Magic
An all British franchise adds significant league strength to the season. I told you last week. I'm going to tell you again. They're all positioning themselves for playoff runs. It's all about
what, you don't want to watch Mr. Taylor Gooch on a Sunday teeing off on number 12 on a shotgun start to beat.
You mean the best player
Andy
in the world?
Ogletree?
The best player in the world, Taylor Gooch?
I don't even know where he is. I don't even know. I don't see him. I don't see who's.
He's definitely not on the Magic Sticks.
That's what I want to do. I want to watch him go up against Mr. Phil Mickelson and,
Magic Sticks. That's awesome.
I could probably beat Taylor Gooch right now.
I'm telling you right now, there is no better logo out there than the Range Goats.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking, like I was either last week or this week watching one of the Fireballs play, and I'm like, geez, like you just look like you're just some like random like golf league logo. It's just so bad.
Were you taking Fireball shots?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You teeing it up in the Thursday Business League? Is that what you're saying?
You're turning into a golf bro.
It's just so bad. The Smashers.
The Crushers.
The Crushers.
Yeah, we crush golf balls.
It's like a men's league names. Like it didn't even. They could have used ChatGPT or something.
Like our men's hockey league teams.
Right.
Like that's kind of what they are.
Yeah.
Or bowling.
Or bowling, right.
I'd love to see the Crushers come out in bowling shirts.
They're comfortable to play in.
I mean, they're kind of bowling shirts, what they're wearing now anyway. It's so bad.
Alan,
there's nothing good about Liv. Nothing. You can't name one single thing that's good about Liv. Nothing. Like not even one. Exactly.
Yeah.
I
got one.
Go ahead.
The only good thing is Alan pronouncing the names of the teams.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
The Magic Sticks.
The Magic Sticks.
Love potion.
I will say this: if you removed all the personalities, like a limited group of team events, I think would be really compelling and interesting. Like if you played like 8 events a year and you had teams of 5, 4 scores count like college, like I think that would be compelling, but you can't just have, kind of the bad boys of golf and the over the hill gang, you'd have to have, Rory, Scotty, all the best players in the world. And it would be exciting.
Could you incorporate that in that 25 worldwide?
Yeah, probably not. But maybe there would be enough time in the schedule to make something like that happen with that kind of elite.
As long as we get Patrick Reed back, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he just waved his magic stick.
Magic stick.
Okay, here's a quiz for you guys. Just come up with a name, Patrick Reed. What team is he on?
I couldn't even name one team.
I can actually tell you that one. I can actually tell you that one.
Okay, he's on who?
The Four Aces.
The Four Aces.
Oh yeah, with Mr. Dustin Johnson, who I don't care about golf anymore.
They just confirmed that. Yes, he is. Yes. Strong commitment to team play shown brightly on Reed's team, the Four Aces. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely, yes. I love that.
I have that in large font on the screen as I'm checking it out.
Beautiful. Best team in the world.
All right. Andy, you got one of these? Got anything for us? Or am I moving on?
No, we don't have a don't be that guy this week. Can we go back to the guy who cheated in the Texas shootout? He's don't be that guy for the rest of the year.
He goes right into the Hall of Fame.
Right into the Hall of Fame.
Okay. In that case, Bobby, what you got? Final thoughts. 18th green.
Thinking about the silly season, I'd like to see, as you know, my thing is play for your own money, but have a one club tournament. That's it.
I like it. I like it.
One club.
Okay.
That's it. One thought, one club, play for your own money.
Got it. I don't have one because mine was the Magic Sticks. Andy?
My final thought is a little teaser. Next Wednesday, we are going to be hosting Bradley Hughes as a guest on the show. Bradley is an Australian-born, was a great player when he was playing the tour, and now he's a great coach. Does a lot of insightful instruction things online, and we're looking forward to having Bradley on the show next week.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
That'll be a good one.
You got to bring us home, Christian.
Well, let me just go wave my magic stick really quick and just cast away my final thought on this episode, because
that could stick. I think that's sticking.
It's always going to stick. You should change it to Alan DePew. Instead of saying golf course broker, you should say magic stick underneath it now moving forward.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's all I got. Actually, no, that's all I got. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there.
Can I add one more?
Yeah, I guess so.
So Colt Knost is going to be ascending into the booth for CBS Golf, taking over Ian Baker Finch's spot.
I'm glad you brought that up, because let me tell you what he's not doing. He's not probably getting his amateur status back so he can be the captain of the Walker Cup team.
Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going. Magic stick.
Yeah.
I actually thought that's where Randy was going as well. You know where I'm going at this point? I'm going to go grab some chow because I'm hungry.
Head to the bar.
Head to the bar. Until next week, boys.
Ciao.